Soulja Boy, you can't be on the fucking video telling motherfuckers that you were gonna put money on their books if they R-word Blueface. You can't do that. I mean, put it like this, if it stays where it's at now and no one R-words Blueface, you might be okay. But the moment that someone R-words Blueface, if they find, especially, it might even be without that, bro. All it takes is someone in the court seeing that video, which has already been got a hold of by multiple other news outlets. That's something I don't do up here. I do it, but I don't do it a lot of times. I don't take the actual video, right? Because if it's something like this, right, I don't take the actual video because not many other news outlets have reported on this yet. But that video is still around in like 3-4 other outlets at least right now. Which means that the chance for it to be brought up into evidence, the more copies of that video that's out, there can get to a point really easily where, that shit just is like, you can't get it off the internet. And like, it's like halfway there right now. But, yeah, Soulja Boy, you can't be threatening to R-word people who are in prison or have. I don't even know why you'd know people who R-word people, in prison. I mean, I don't know if you actually know the people or like, I'm imagining like if it were me, I'd be like, I'd call someone who's in or get a call from someone who's in prison and ask them, being like, you're in there, you know what people's patterns is like, is there a motherfucker who could do that? Like, you feel what I'm saying? For someone who's in there? But, like, I wouldn't know them people off. Like, he sounded like he was saying he knew them people off top. Like, I don't know, man. Soulja Boy, you should know better. You talking about, literally, you're in the video talking about if RICO come, da-da-da-da-da. Bro, if PREA come, it's going to make RICO come. Especially if there's any money that goes from, it don't even got to be from your book, from you to his books. It could probably be literally just like a large sum of money is deposited all of a sudden that right before, right before he gets R-worded and they catch him for it, because Blueface is not going to go quietly if they do that. You know that. That's not just going to be some shit. Like, he's going to fight back. And when he fights back, the chances of that getting discovered, especially in this day and age of PREA, are extremely high. See, Soulja Boy, I don't think you've ever been to prison, so I don't think you know about PREA. PREA, or the Prison R-Word Elimination Act, was passed by George W. Bush in 2004. You would have been about 10 years old. And basically, it makes prison R-Word extremely, like, monitored and illegal. Like, it's very, put it like this, even in cells, it's hard for it to happen nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be in a really understaffed, blind spot. Like, they have the sign, watch out for blind spots everywhere. Old-ass type facility for that. Like, there's not, you know what I'm saying? Because when George W. Bush became president, he said one of the first executive orders he put into effect during his second term, right after he got his second term, was PREA. So PREA basically is like anything, like you can't even have consensual as an inmate because you're viewed as state property. You see what I'm saying? State property cannot give consent. So basically, the whole shit, bro, if anyone touches him sexually, especially if there's any like large deposit of money to that person's books right beforehand, like put it like this, if anyone tries to do it, even if there's someone successful, he a good fighter, bro. Blueface a good fighter. That's one of the few rappers I could say might be able to go into boxing at some point. Maybe not pro level boxing, but he could definitely make a career of it and probably have a decent record at that. Maybe not the level of like Floyd or anything, but as far as rappers go, I've seen that guy hands. Blueface got some of the nicest hands out. And I don't even really like his music, but I gotta keep it all the way gangsta, all the way street. Soulja Boy, it's gonna be fucking hilarious if something does happen to him. And guess who comes to see you, who is you was just bragging bodaciously on the internet, was never gonna come see you? RICO. And your co-defendants in the indictment is the motherfuckers who did it to him. Because let me tell you, if he fights back, it's going to go in a situation where it's going to get discovered. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to get discovered. And, because he's not just going to get R-worded and, like, he's going to just be a victim. It's not going to happen like that. And that's really the only way, I think, unless it was consensual, which inmates cannot give consent, if you were talking in terms of PREA, that would go possibly unnoticed. I know where I was locked up at. Just off seeing two dudes. Okay, and what they were doing, they were smoking in the shower. I don't know why these idiots went into the same shower. What you're supposed to do is have two showers right next to each other and fucking pass the card with the eraser cap and the pipe. You're supposed to pass it back and forth, right? These two idiots went into the same shower stall in full fucking tans, looking like fucking idiots. And when they're both in there, like, the COs in the bubble already, like, peeked, like, yo, like, where's him and him at? Because there's only one. I think one of them did a tour, and there was only one shower running. And so, like, when they got out the shower, the CO was waiting, watching, like, to see who was going to get out that shower. And he sees both these motherfuckers get out the shower. One of them was in full tans. I think the other one was just in, like, shorts and a t-shirt. But they were both fully dressed getting out the shower. Them motherfuckers almost hit the code. Nah, that's a little bit exaggeration. But them motherfuckers literally said, go to ops. Go to ops. Just go to ops. And, like, that wasn't even no R-word shit, but that was what, and when they got to ops, the LTs and shit were convinced that that was what happened. These motherfuckers was trying to basically plead with them, like, no, what happened? We were smoking. That's all that was. Like, these motherfuckers is idiots, bro. That shit was retarded. Like, everyone's looking at, even the people who didn't smoke in there were like, y'all are retarded for trying to smoke the weed like that, bro. Y'all supposed to either just hit it on a bunk and just, like, hold it as long as you can till you're not gonna cough and just blow it out into a pillow and then spray smell good. Or, like, you're supposed to go into one shower. Why would you ever go into a shower with two of y'all, bro? I don't care if you're not doing nothing weird. It's right in front of the bubble. How does that look? Right. But yeah, end of the day, man, if anything of a R-word nature happens to that boy Blueface, he's going to fight back, which is going to cause it to be louder. That's why I was saying there's no real way of him just getting R-worded and this doesn't get discovered. Because he's going to fight back. The type of, like, regulations that were put in place by PREA make the shit that happened in the movies very, very, it can't really happen like that much anymore. It can, maybe in the South, in some places. I don't think in CDC it can go like that. It might be able to, not to someone like Blueface. I don't think someone like Blueface it can happen to, because he's always going to have some people who are going to fight for him, because he's famous Crip, as he said on his GTL call. But on top of that, so no matter what, if anyone touches him or even tries to, it's going to cause a big scene. Do you understand? Which means everyone involved is going to be under investigation. Which means if any one of them has a wire of a significant amount of money to their books who's on the side of the aggressor, especially from you, Soulja Boy, it's going to cause PREA to call Uncle Rico to come talk to you, and all the people who are the aggressors are going to be your co-defendants with outside charges now. Yeah, so while you were just talking about, oh, I'm a square from Delaware and all this, I'm a whoop-de-doop, the Fruity Loop, whatever, you literally, this is going to be one of them things, bro. I really have a feeling God going to smack the shit out you with some reality in a second. It's just going to pop up on the news, bro. So I don't wish this on nobody. I'm not wishing this on you, Soulja Boy, but when people have a habit of throwing stones from glass houses, it tends to end like that. And I don't think you realize just in what you said, if anyone touches him, even if they didn't do it because you paid them, the first thing anyone who saw that, who works in a prison or in the justice system is going to do is try to see if there's a way they could say it was because of you. Be smarter. I'm out this bitch.